if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters, and we ain't got nothing to hide.
What up, what up, what up? Happy New Year to everybody out there in sports money land. Appreciate you guys coming to team today to get this cash. Exciting action this afternoon. We've got this Ohio State Oregon game going on right now. Members were given the Ohio State play. Members of the Sports Money channel. And just going to keep doing more of that for you guys. Listener supported. You guys support us. We want to come out there and try to find those opportunities, even when we're not on screen, to give you guys what we think are some of the best bets to smack these books. And smack these books right now is that Ohio State program shutting them down. It made 100% sense. We'll see what happens throughout the course of the game and how things evolve. I'd be looking to jump on some live betting unders, but I'm afraid you're probably a little too late. Let's see. Short show today, you guys. Being that it is New Year's, we'll let everybody get up out of here, do their things, but we got a little change-a-roo in the schedule here. That change-a-roo in the schedule is obviously some difficult things that took place in the wee hours this morning down in Nolens. Shout out to our friends and family down there. Hope everybody is finding a way to stay safe. And that means that we have a rescheduled bowl game out of an abundance of caution. Look, can't get mad at it. You know, we've got a public safety issue at hand, and you got to get that thing in check. So certainly support everybody that's out there making sure that it's safe and a family environment, as these bowl games tend to be for everybody as they move forward. And appreciate the work that they put in to make sure that we are safe when it comes to going to those different events. I'll tell you what's not safe right now. This Oregon defense getting busted up. Now, some of you guys were on Oregon. Some things you have to remember. First of all, what did we talk about before? The higher ranked team being the dog. Also, top 25 team, neutral site, playing against another top 25 team in the revenge spot. Are 9-2 straight up. 8-3 against the spread, 1-10 to the under. 1-10 to the under. Top 25 teams, neutral site, revenge. 1-10 to the under. Think about it. It's hard to beat the same team twice. We see that in 8-3 against the spread, 9-2 straight up. But you already kind of have the script from how this team's going to attack that second time through, and it makes sense to get on and under in that spot. So keep your eyes open. We'll watch what this live line does as the evening unfolds. But frankly, we've got a hockey game that's going to pop off here in just a minute. I'll tell you that the Sharp report was showing the under 5.5. Tricky game. The second leg of a back-to-back for this New Jersey Devils team. I'll tell you, I put a parlay together. I took the Devils in the under. Throw that one at you guys. The reason I did it that way is because I hate the 5.5. We got Jake Allen coming in the goal here as well, so they're kind of switching around things here from Blackwood. The early assessment yesterday for today was the Sharps were coming in early on the New Jersey Devils. And now they've got this, they've got this goalie change out there. And they lost 3-2 yesterday to Anaheim. So that makes sense. You lose to Anaheim, you come out there and you put boots to ass on this Los Angeles Kings team. But man, look, these Kings have a hell of a run going as well at home. Especially, check this out, especially for this is one to write down. Here's one you're going to want to remember. Just kind of just kind of vibing with you guys here as we talk about some of these things. But how about this? The Los Angeles Kings, they got themselves a little something going on, and it's not just from stealing Flyers players and personnel. Go back and look at those 2 Stanley Cups they won in 2012 and 2014. All Flyers personnel that were on the Stanley Cup team, they had to play against the Chicago Blackhawks. But I'm not bitter. It's okay. It's okay. But what we're looking at here when it comes to these Los Angeles Kings, when they are, where'd it go? Where did it go? Kings at home versus non-conference opponents who they lost to earlier in the season. That's revenge. Revenge for the Kings at home against non-conference opponents are 13-1 straight up, going back to February 2020. This line's been wonky. The Kings opened up as favorites. They became dogs. They went all the way up to minus 120s before we started seeing buyback coming in on the other side of things and taking that Kings at the plus money price. Nothing official. I just tell you guys what I'm involved with in this game. And you guys make your own decision. But I think it's easy to underestimate Jake Allen. But, man, look at Darcy Kemper. Plays at home, just playing in general. 9-2-5 on the season. Whew. I don't know. It's hard to say. 9-2-5, 2.43 goals against average. I like the under. Matter of fact, Metro Olfacto. Let me see where my book disappeared to. Where am I at, Sportsbook? Get in here. Get rolling. Let's see. We got to have the Sportsbook up. All right. I'm going to take the under 5.5. Make that official. We'll add a hockey player. I talked myself into it. Said I wasn't going to do that, and yet here I am doing just that. So I do like the Devils in the spot too, though. I'm not. I don't care about that 12-1. I do care about the 12-1. You know, the trends are our friends until the end, but I don't. Just not buying into this Kings team. Not sold. Not sold on this Los Angeles Kings team. So that's how we're going to start her off. There's a play for you guys to give her some early ground here because we're short on the card. So once again, Happy New Year to everybody rocking with us. Appreciate you guys taking the time out of your New Year's days to get together. I think we got a nice card. We got a nice doozy here. We added that 5th play. I'm going to have to go back into BetStamp and add that. Make sure you guys follow me at BetStamp at Mikey Money. Mikey Money. The boys from Sports Money are at BetStamp. You're going to be able to find them all, but certainly can check me out there. And let's see how we did yesterday. Man, I was in the fucking fog. I'll tell you what, back-to-back live streams, 3 out of 4 days we were live streaming. That put me in the old hurt locker for a minute. Not gonna lie. I was beat up pretty good. Struggled to get my head and my ass to be wired in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? Small profit yesterday. I mean, look, these are the ways. This is how it works when you gamble, right? You're gonna have some days where you crush it. You absolutely knock the home run out of the park. You're gonna have, and ideally, you have some days where you're just in the fight, right? We know as 60% winners, the ratio of winning with the right number of plays. I was just talking to my brother about this last night. I said, some of these guys and girls that like the single play, you're never going to turn around and have a 24-unit month. You're just not going to have it. I mean, unless you play something fucking stupid, like a 5-leg parlay for $500, and then you smack 25, units on that thing. But it's casting that wider net. We've gone through and done the math before, and that's how we stay profitable and succeed. So it was just under a unit, but it was day in the black. Anytime you're in the black, it's all righty then. The Spurs kicked the shit out of the Clippers. You guys remember we had that 7-0 trend for the San Antonio Spurs. Penn State, listen, what I tell you, sometimes people overthink it. You're in a shit conference. That means you play shit teams. You're a one-dimensional program with Jonty. Of course they're getting busted up. Of course. Now, the shame is, and I talked about this, recognizing that they were going to run, we would start to see some things get tired at the end. And they didn't catch the team total over for us. So, 1-1 in that spot with the first half cashing. Hopefully you guys did heed some advice in that spot there, but that was. And now here's the thing: Texas, Arizona State. Now you're going to say, well, Mike, based on those rules, Texas is in the SEC. Au contraire, mon frère. Look at Oregon. Oregon's in the Big Ten. I don't know why I'm air quoting the Big Ten. There's still the remnants of the team that they used to be, the division, the conference they used to play in. Oregon was destined to struggle today in this big second rematch spot against a big team in a powerhouse like Ohio State. Now look at Texas. What's my point? Texas is in the Big 12. Now they're in the SEC. I get it. But we know the Big 12 plays zero defense. And they're not getting the recognition they need. So they're all moving out and going to the SEC. But they're still a Big 12 team. And who do they struggle against? Pac-12 team. SEC, ACC, Big 10. Stop fading those teams. Keep that in mind as you guys move forward. Texas, man, they should have gotten busted up and lost outright. And no Manning. Man, that overtime was lit, though. They were fucking bombs away on everything. Every time, it's can't get the score fest. Arizona just ran out of gas. And Arizona State. And it happens. Anyhow, I digress. As I was talking about the debauchery that anybody that bet on Boise State had to face there. That being said, depending on the number you got, no, they didn't cover, did they? They got busted up. Let's get busted up and beaten down. That's what happened. Let's see. Let's go. What else? What else? The under 6.5 for the Ducks. 3-2 with the Ducks. Cash that thing for us. First period did not get there with the Sabres, but with the plus 150, not the regulation play, but the plus 150, it was a push. We cashed the over 5.5 easy peasy, J-peasy in that Nashville, Minnesota game. No sweat. And then I had a stupid thing. I had a parlay stretched out there. I think I went 7-1 in the NHL yesterday, and which was the one that got me on the. I always parlay them together. I don't care. I'm not going to go out there and put $5 on it. Well, depends on my state of mind, but Vancouver Canucks did me dirty, 3-1. Man, it was tied 1-1. And I remember distinctly talking to MMA Jeff, and I said, this team's in that 115 and 55 spot or whatever the number was. And I was like, I'm just going to ride it. And then like 30 seconds later, well past the opportunity to try to cash out that big parlay, they screwed me. And they lost outright. So last but not least, the Phoenix Suns game did not go over. So there's a lot of fireworks for a little bit of excitement, I guess. Again, day in the black is a day to move forward. So we're going to do just that today, you guys. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays now. 5 plays today, including a same game parlay. And let's start right there. Let's go to the Chicago Bulls spot out there. Shame on me. I'm out of sequence here. Recognize our chat. Shout out to all you guys. Girls coming in here, hanging out with us on New Year's. I hope you guys did have a wonderful New Year's Eve, safe and sound. Made it home. Obviously, you made it home, or at least to someplace. But you know the deal. Get those bet. Look at this. Ohio State's just thrashing them boys. Yeah. Yes, sir. Shout out to anybody that did get a chance. Listen, make sure you turn your notifications on. At Sports Money Wins, turn the notifications on. I can't help when YouTube pushes out their notifications. Post the content, select it for members, but we do go over on the Twitter side of things and let you know when there is content out there. So with the Sports Money Wins account, I'm trying to send a lot of bullshit and things that are going to impact your notifications, but you do want to be notified when those plays drop because this is free money. And we'll see if it continues to stay that way, but you do not want to miss out when it comes to free money. Speaking of free money, our guy Jover got himself a big over there with Texas earlier. Shout out to you, Joe T. Lexington College basketball, Valpa, Missouri State over 139.5. Appreciate you, Joe T. Shout out to David Wallace. Oldies in the house. Says, let's set new ROI across the board this year. 2025, we rob them. I like it. Rob them. SOBs. Let's go. Sports money is money, says our guy Justin. Shout out to Joe Dubs in the house. There's Keith. Each and every stride. Make sure you check our guy out there with what he's got rolling on his YouTube channel out there. Shout out to Keith. Nasty Nate's in the house. Says hit the first like of the year. Yeah. Why not? I hit it. I had to jump in and do something on the housekeeping side, so I smashed that thumbs up button. And how about this? Stop Geo. Good luck tonight, y'all. Targeting a soft line Christian Braun over 13.5 points. Shout out to Gonzo. Shout out to AOD. Appreciate you guys taking the time. I know you guys got a lot of things going on here. Personal lives, the holidays, but it means a lot to have you guys drop in here and give me the opportunity to wish you guys all a happy new year and a successful and profitable new year. How about that? How about that? We picked up, 22 units in the first month of this bet stamp tracking for 1 month. It's not a little over a month. Let's see. I mean, shit. We should be able to roll up this year, right? We should be able to roll them up and smoke. So let's do just that. Sir Matthew loves pot. It's good to see you. Says fuck the Texas Longhorns. Yes, respectfully. Shout out to Subhuman Gaucho. Look at this guy. Says good evening, scumbags and scumbagettes. Erica Taylor likes the Knicks game over. Erica Taylor. Just Erica? That's going to be a tongue twister for me. Let's go. How about that? We got KV's in the house. She's rocking. She says under 221 in the Nets Toronto series is 7-1 to the under. David Wallace. Can we take the plus 22.5 on Oregon now? No. Here's the deal. Oversimplify it. When a team's shown you they can do absolutely nothing, they do absolutely nothing. Look at this. I mean, just beaten up, beaten down, beaten all around. I'll tell you what you could look at. Let's see. What did I say it was? 1 and 10 to the under? 1 and 10 to the under. So you're sitting there at a 64.5 right now in this total. 31 points put up by Ohio State, essentially in the first quarter. I hope you guys did get on that Ohio State play with me. And it was in bet stamp on top of that. That was one I was really, really excited about. Let's see. Oregon's team total under is sitting at 16.5. So they're going to come back in the second half. And you got to keep in mind, Ryan Day should be making second half adjustments, but they're they're pitching the old shutout right now. So, did I just jinx it? That's a tough one. It's a tough spot. Second half, what are we going to get for the second half numbers here? 25.5. Put it at 56.5. And I would just take Ohio State to beat the shit out of them again. And what are they going to start? I mean, I guess they could theoretically start sitting players, but yeah, I mean, how can you not take it? You can't take Oregon. If you gave me 100 points, I'd take Oregon right now. And they still might not cover at the rate that we're seeing what's going on with this Ohio State team right now. So I hate Ohio State for what it's worth. No disrespect to anybody that went to Ohio State or that's watching us from Ohio State, but I'm a Penn State guy. Not an Ohio State guy. Penn State guy. In fact, one of the spots I'd rather go to now, if I had to pick a game, any game I could go to, it would be a Penn State Ohio State game in the shoe, in Ohio State, in the enemy's territory. Because I just think that'd be fucking cool. That place holds a ton of people. That'd be a huge game, especially if we see potential matchup here in the postseason. So, anyways, let's go. I get distracted, guys. I'm excited about the new year being here. Check this out. Got a little something new to add into the repertoire.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you want to play tough and want to hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't know. I was messing around the other night. Some new fun tools some new arsenal, some new weapons for the arsenal, I guess is what I'm trying to say out there. Let's pop off in the NBA. Let's get to work. We've got just a 4-pack of spots here tonight, but we're going to pop her right off with the same game parlay. How about that? How about that to get us going here? What the fuck did I do to my... Close the tab like a second before I hit the go live button, and it was the tab that had everything on it. So, need another monitor. That's another thing I need to be in here with. Chicago Bulls and the Washington bottom of the league Wizards are playing each other here tonight in a barn burner with a line that opened at 5.5. It's now moved to 6.5 in Washington, with 79% of the bets and 80% of the cash on the Bulls. Then we look at the total. It's gone from 236.5. It's as high as 240s right now. Unbelievable to see this big a number. And, you know, I dissected it a little bit and I saw Chicago's team total over, and I thought, well, it's only 120. So they're still expecting this to be a competitive battle. I'm not sure I'm so bought in on this competitive battle side of things here. But what I do like is some player props, and I'll tell you how I want to attack this game, how I dissected this one. You know the deal. It's our boy. It's Voos, and he's loose. He's been firing. He got 3 again the other day. You know, he had the game that he missed. He didn't have any attempted shots. So I looked at it, because we're not just we're auto playing it, but I mean, for the sake of making sure that it makes sense, if there's a spot where it doesn't make sense, then we'll pump the brakes. But what I found was the day that he missed, well, who missed? Josh Giddey wasn't there. So it forced Vucevic to go from a 3-point shooter, we know he likes to shoot from outside the perimeter, to getting inside the paint and having to go board up. He doesn't want to. He wants to be the 3-point shooter. So Vuce makes the first leg of the same game parlay. I bought down the Chicago Bulls. It worked out well for us the other day with the Denver Nuggets. So I went back to it, and I got the Chicago Bulls minus 2.5. And then here's the added piece. Here's the one that kind of got some juice on this thing. It makes it about plus 3.9 units, but about a plus 390. Josh Giddey. Rebounds, 7.5. With Giddey back, it forces Voos back to the perimeter. That's where he wants to play. Giddey attacks the glass. And if you need some proof source behind it, after he's come back, 15 rebounds the first game back, the 28th. 12 rebounds the 30th. That makes it a potential ladder opportunity as well. If you're looking to play the game and try to make some cash, 7.5 is the line. It's minus 110, so it's a modest number. You know, keep in mind, on the season, he was 6.9 rebounds. But right before the injury, he started getting up to 9s. He comes back from the injury. Just a big son of a bitch, man. He's 6'8". Dude's a fucking tree. And he got a high-scoring game, which means there's going to be a lot of buckets getting thrown around. So I love his ladder opportunity as well. 10-plus rebounds. Maybe 11-plus rebounds. Bet365's got 10-plus rebounds at plus 290. Plus 290. So it's important that we try to find a way to extract the positive opportunity here. Positive ROI, I saw in the chat there. Take a look at Giddey. Play a little ladder game if you're so inclined. But it's Giddey, over 7.5 rebounds. It's Voos over 1.5 threes. And it's the Bulls minus 2.5. Down from 6.5. Down to minus 2.5. Basically, just win the game. And I think that's a pretty good way to get started with it. And again, at plus 390, same game parlay to get her done. Yeah, KV, yeah. I mean, it's okay to auto play. I'm in it, but it's an automatic go for me unless, as I've done the research here and I see, unless Giddey's not involved in the lineup. Then he's going to be transitioning. Data Dubs is 7.5 rebounds, plus 105 on DraftKings. Perfect. What can you get the, let me see. 7-10 game will pop off there as well. So plenty of time to get this one in. I think it's a great play. Of course I do. What am I going to say? It's a shit play? No. Put it together myself. I thought it made sense. I thought it was creative and clever. 8 plus is plus 105. 9 plus is 175. 10 plus is 285. 11 plus is... See that gap right there? As you start playing the ladder game, you guys have seen me do this before. The 9.5 or the 9 is plus 175. The 10 is plus 285. So it's a pretty consistent move from the 7 to the 8 to the 9. Then you go from 10 to 11. It goes from plus 285. Everything's been moving by $1. Now it moves almost $2 to the 11.5. So the books think that there's exposure. They think they can win at 11. They think you can win at 10 plus. Keep that in mind as we look at this thing at plus 285 for that spot there. 10 plus rebounds. Not for everybody. Just a little something here to try to help pass the holiday time here. Get rid of that holiday hangover. Let's go to the second game on the card tonight. We've got the Utah Jazz. We know that have no home court advantage, but they're on the road. And they're on the road against the New York Knickerbockers. MSG is going to be lit. It's the holidays. You know it's going to be a crazy shit show down there. 59% of the bets and 61% of the cash have come in on the Knicks. But the line is coming down. 14.5s down to 13s and now 12.5s. 231 is where the line opened. It's at 230, the back number. We have 84% of the bets and 82% of the cash on the over. It's come down a point. 23-10 are the New York Knickerbockers. 7-24 are the Utah Jazz. That's brutal. It's just about as bad as it gets. But we can definitely try to exact and extract some value from shit teams. And where's the spot that I was looking at here? Look, it's a big number. It's a big number for a reason, and it's a total I want to get involved with. We're looking at the over. Just keep it real simple for you guys. You know, we're looking at these teams here. The Knicks have gone over 3 of their last 4 games. And the Utah Jazz, they're not a defensive team. Look at their last couple of games. 132, 121, 114, 111, 122, 120. They should have no problem getting to 115. And it's big lights, bright nights. There's going to be, you know, when you go, if you guys haven't been to New York City and Madison Square Garden, there is something about the vibe, especially at Christmas time when you're in that Times Square area. I mean, it's right there. You see it on TV. It's everything it looks like. And you know the players are going to come ready to show up for this thing, New Year's Day game. Both sides of things here. Defense be damned. How about this one? I'll give you guys a little something on this thing. Oh, by the way, where was it? Where'd it go? Heavy favorites. They're heavy favorites for a reason. And heavy favorites tend to drag their competition with them. 341 to 242 in favor of the over. It's gone over 7 of the last 10 times as well in that spot. I don't like that it's gone from 231 to 230. But kind of when I looked up and down the roster, it didn't seem like there was anything that really, I mean, it's the same story. These 2 teams, it's pretty much the same story. Probably Josh Hart gets a double-double. You know, he likes to get those. You know who else is a guy to look at? We'll talk about it in a minute. Talk about that in a minute. But everybody looks in. You know, as I look across the board here, let me just double check before I say that. Collins, there's always somebody on the Jazz, right? Keontae George is questionable. Okay. And Mitchell Robinson's out for the Knicks. Okay. Fire away. Let's get some scoring in that thing. Heavy favorites do tend to go over. They go over significantly. And speaking of significant, is the ass kicking that Ohio State is handing Oregon. Again, I hope you guys were able to get on that play with me. Let's go. 2 more spots here, and we'll get you guys out of here, back to enjoying your holidays. But hopefully we can make some money as you enjoy those holidays. We're going to go to the Mavericks. We're going to go to the Rockets. Everybody knows the Rockets at home are a killer, especially in the first half. But not the cash. The cash is coming in on the Mavericks. In fact, with it being such a stone-cold lock with the Houston Rockets in the first half at home, why is the line open at 5.5 go down to 5? Furthermore, they've already dominated this team twice. 54% of the bets and 55% of the cash are on the over. Then we look at the total. A half a point of movement. 74% of the bets and 65% of the cash are on the over. Half a point of movement to the over. So somewhat correlated. Somewhat. And, you know, I look at these 2 teams. I mean, the Rockets are right now kind of slumping, right? They've had that little home holiday stand. They're a little fat and happy, a little too much extra stuffing at the dinner table, and you know, the extra gravy and all the things that go along with these holidays. They got back-to-back home beatdowns. They lost I just say beatdowns, but they lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves 113-112. They lose to Miami 104-100. And here they are. Furthermore, when you look at kind of what's going on in their pedigree here, when you look at their schedule, their upcoming schedule, where did it go? Shit. I lost it. Oh, this is why. I'm going to have to do a restart. Not going to do it here. Not going to do it now. Their next game is not July 15th. That's not going to work. Nonetheless, we've got a double revenge situation here. We've got these Mavericks coming in, and what a strange look on the number. Luke is out. Marshall's out. Exum's out. And it's only a 5-point game? And a team that they've dominated already? Twice? That should make you start to question some things out there. Then you see that some of the bigger money is coming in on the Mavericks. And they're saying first half be damned. Now, you get clever. You could try the first half. Look, it just dropped to 4.5 just now. Just now. Like we're trading stocks live. Just now, minus 4.5. It just dropped. So either you guys are slamming this thing as I'm leading to the fact that I'm taking the Dallas Mavericks, or somebody else's, and you better get on it now with that +5. Probably a live dog spot as well. How about this? It's Dallas. When they have rest and they're coming off a loss and an under. And this has been a great one because Dallas has been a nice under team for the last, say, 4 or 5 weeks. 17-0 are the Dallas Mavericks when they have rest after a loss and an under. 17-0. Correlated line movement. No Luka. All right. The fact that this Houston Rockets team, as they are when they play at home, and the first half specifically, just screaming. The books are begging you to take the Rockets here tonight. Don't be fooled. Got that 17-0 trend rolling in our direction. That's good enough for me. And then we will close up shop for the first show of the new year with the Sixers and Kings battle. Let's see what you guys have to say. Got a boost on Mavs. Would take Rockets. I wouldn't do that, Trisha. But it's to each his own. Patrick's in say, Mike, thanks for that overplay and the Memphis game last night. No, it didn't work out for you, but it turned into a smash spot for me. Last leg of my boosted parlay was nice, dude. All right. That's what I like to hear. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for sharing. I love to hear when you guys win. I don't like to hear when I lose and you guys won, but we don't win them all. We live to fight another day. And I'm glad you got that, man. Since live, it was in the 240s, and I chased that thing all the way down. Made an extra 40 units. Still hit for 115. All right. Look at that. Nice job, dude. Congrats. Trisha M. I think you take 13.5 if you can get it. Ohio State takes players out at halftime and Oregon's. I don't think they'll take them out at halftime. I bet you probably in the fourth quarter. It doesn't make sense from a coaching perspective to take them out at halftime. You still want them to go through the process and the routine so that they're comfortable and familiar with, they'll give them a couple plays. Maybe if they go down and score again right off the gate, yeah, maybe if they execute the game plan. But it's more about the repetition. You don't want to let these guys get cold, and then come in cold for the next game. The next game's huge. Look at Oregon's trying to drive though. What a shit play. Sorry, I get distracted. Sorry, I got distracted. That happens. It's that time of year. All right. Last game on the docket for us tonight. We're going to look at the Sixers and Kings game. And how about this? 76% of the bets and 76% of the cash are coming in on the Sixers. I'll tell you this. When I see stuff like this, I feel like we do have the sports almanac sometimes. It's gone from 7 to 6.5. We know there's no Embiid, right? And we see the totals dropping. 224.5 has gone to 221.5. 80% of the bets and 73% of the cash are on the over. It's coming down. Expecting a tighter game. You know my guy. De'Aaron Fox, first quarter machine. Over 5.5 points. We cashed on that the other day. I was on a live stream. We were on there. And we got the Kings coming in off a win, a rare win. They had 4 of their last 5 games at home through this whole holiday stretch. So this is another team that qualifies for the fat and happy position. We look at the Sixers, though. Anything but fat and happy. They've been on the road, and they have been warriors. 4 of their last 5 games were on the road. They've won 4 in a row. They're covering 50-50 rate, but they're busting. You know, they go out there, the Celtics team, we talked about that one on Christmas Day, plus 9.5. Sixers smash, Nate. Then we see the Utah Jazz. Okay, I mean, look, that was, they won the game. They didn't cover, but we can dismiss that because they just had that big collective exhale after beating the Celtics. First place in the East. Well, second place, I guess, right? But one of those powerhouses in the East. And you can expect them to have to come out there and take a little collective exhale. Then they go out to Portland and they bust the snot out of them. 125-103. This team is getting in gear. Kelly Oubre's questionable. I've seen fucking Kelly Oubre's name 72 times today. That dude's probably going to play, would be my unofficial non-doctor's assessment. Everyone's talking about this dude. He's got to play. Kyle Lowry, Andre Drummond. You know what? Do I see? I got to look at this lineup now because I don't see Embiid out of this thing. Kind of makes sense that he would be, given the numbers. And Jake Crowder's questionable. Devin Carter is out. Look, you can tell by the assessment. It was a big deal for the Kings to take down the Dallas team. Now it's collective exhale. The Sixers are coming in, and the Sixers are going to bust them up. It's going to be ugly. It's going to get dirty. Furthermore, it's a revenge spot. And what do the Kings do when they're at home against Eastern Conference teams that they beat the last time they played them? They lose. There's no home court advantage for the Sacramento Kings at home, in my estimation. 0-6 are those teams when the Sacramento Kings specifically are home against an Eastern Conference team they beat the last time. And we're getting points. Live dog situation for sure. I'm just looking down the player props. I don't see Embiid in here, though. Oh, the other one I was going to talk to you guys about. You know, maybe this is one of those, let's see how the afternoon goes here. Let's see how this early shit transpires. Because now that there's no 8 p.m. bowl game, I might be looking to throw a dart out there. And the dart that I would consider throwing, where'd it go? Sabonis. This dude at home against the Sixers, he loves assists. He loves to go out there and be the man setting things up. 10 or more assists in 3 of his last 4 home games against the Sixers. 10 plus assists is plus 1,000. Shit, you could probably play the max ladder game. Let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. Just while we're here. We're here amongst friends for the new year. Because if we can turn this into some big cash, then I think we have to take a shot at it. Let's see. Assists. 6 plus is 115. 7 plus is 165. So it's moving about 80 cents. Then $1.40 to 8 plus. 250. Wow. 7. It's not going to be as big a whack, though. I think you go 8 plus assist with Sabonis. And you know where I'm going. Going back to our man. Going back to Giddey. Giddey and the rebounds. What was the number that we said there? Where were they showing their concern and vulnerability? Oh, it was 10. 10 plus. If we put him in there. All right, so it's about 15 to 1. 8 plus assists for Sabonis, 10 plus rebounds for Giddey. That's certainly an alternate little ladder game for everybody to play out there. Some fun. Try to have some fun. Got to make some money, though. Shout out KV says, nice call with Westbrook the other night. That dude balled, didn't he? What do you have? Was that the game he had 15 rebounds? 16 rebounds? Yeah, he was crushing it. All right, Ohio State's on the board. Ohio State's on the board. 66.5. 24.5. I'm on Ohio State, so I can't tell you guys to. There's not a scenario in which I want to take Oregon. I'm not a middle guy. I like to play at both sides, like my one side, and get me my cash. It's hard enough to win. Start fucking around trying to get the crystal ball just right. But the totals moved down a point, 24.5. Gosh. Oregon's going to get the ball in the second half as well. What's their team total at now? I mean, now they've shown some signs of life. Yeah, now they've shown they can do something. But they're Ohio State's outgained Oregon 390 to 139 in the first half. Woo. I'm going to take a little live bet on Oregon team total under 21.5. Just a 22.5. Even better. 22.5. Cool. That's going to do it, you guys. KB says, Sabonis triple-double. Yeah, I mean, he's always a triple-double threat. Josh Hart double-double with a Sabonis double-doubles. Probably going to have a nice little payday to it as well. There's a couple of key players that are involved in the NBA tonight. Sabonis be one of them. Grady Dick. He's a guy that's certainly, with that score and a low line with the Toronto Raptors spot, I would be inclined to lean to the Knicks in that spot there. But, Josh Hart. He's got 4 double-doubles in a row. Josh Hart. For that Knicks game, if you're inclined on that side of things. That's going to do it. That'll put the bow on the show for us tonight, you guys. Hope you had some fun. Hope you make some cash tonight. Hope you guys had a great New Year's. And we're just getting started here. You guys know the deal. 2025, we got big moves to make. Power players raising the bar for everybody around us with what sports money is going to be doing. And we're excited to have you guys be a part of it. So thank you all so much for your support and believe in what we're doing from 2024 and helping us get rolling. We're going to commit to give you guys more content, more winning bets, more education, more bankroll to work with, more is how we're going to close the show today, you guys. Appreciate everybody. Thank you for checking us out. I know it's the holiday. I appreciate your time. I don't want to keep you any longer than is absolutely necessary here, and I probably feel I've already done that. So thank you all. On behalf of the Sports Money crew, again, Happy New Year to everybody out there. We're so excited about 2025, and hopefully you are as well. Let's get some cash. I get excited about making some money tonight. I think we've got some great bets laid out there. Good luck to everybody in your betting tonight. Catch my man Ramon Scott tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the morning steam. You'll see me back at 6 p.m. and it's Thursday. No NFL, but we have a bowl game. We have a bowl game, so stay tuned. Thank you guys all. Have a great night. Good luck.